After months of campaigning, the first votes, believe it or not, will be cast in the 2024 US presidential election in just 20 days. The Iowa caucuses will kick things off as usual as the list of Republicans looking to unseat Donald Trump has thinned out to just 4. Joining me live now from Seattle is Dr. Patrick Schoettmer from Seattle University. Sorry for butchering your name there. You're an associate professor of American politics. From where we sit down here in Australia, Donald Trump seems to be the absolute favourite at the moment. But Iowa does like to throw up a few surprises, doesn't it?
Iowa does have a reputation for going its own way. In particular, candidates who do a good job of appealing to the evangelical Christian base tend to outperform expectations in the state. And I think that's what the DeSantis campaign has been banking on pretty much since its launch last year.
And it's certainly a turnout event, isn't it? It's up to Donald Trump, even if he's the front runner, to get people out in Iowa to go and turn up to the caucuses and actually have their say. He can't just rely on his popularity getting him over the line. It's actually about turnout.
Definitely. Caucuses are much more about enthusiasm than broad support. Primaries generally bring in much more people. A good turnout for caucuses would be 5 to 10%. They're pretty demanding on people who participate in them. And so it's really a measure of the strength of a person's ability to mobilize voters and turn them out and ask for a lot from them. So this will really advantage people with a lot of enthusiasm.
And talk about some of the other Republican rivals for Trump: Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy. If they have a bad Iowa caucus result, is that game over? Or are they going to wait until New Hampshire? Is this all about positioning as well for who could be Donald Trump's VP pick down the track if we get there?
The key to any of the primaries is not only beating your opponent, but beating expectations. Ron DeSantis has put a lot of his chips in on Iowa. So if he has a fairly poor performance, particularly if he comes in behind Ambassador Haley, it's going to be really hard for him to push forward. His donors will probably move away from him. Haley, I think, can handle a little bit of a stumble in Iowa because that's not ever been a state she's expected to perform particularly well in. So by contrast, if she's actually able to come out ahead of DeSantis, we would expect her to see an additional boost going into New Hampshire in the following week.